In some marketing circles, there's a doctrine that the younger generations drive what's cool. If that's true, then the coolest brand among thousands of companies, according to 21,000 British kids aged 7 to 14, is actually older than they are. A study by British company Beano Brain ranks the 100 coolest brands according to thousands of kids. Now in its third year, the study revealed some surprising insights, but who exactly is Beano Brain anyway? Well, they're experts on this stuff, according to their website. Born from decades of engaging kids, we now help companies across the globe build their own connections with families using rebel thinking and our unparalleled knowledge of Gen Alpha, Gen Z, and their millennial parents, the company states. So, the coolest brand in 2024 according to kids. Beano Brain reportedly spent about a year interviewing and observing trends among Gen Alpha youth aged 7 to 14. The number one brand above all others? YouTube. Yep. The 20-year-old video content platform is number one among kids. Content brands in general performed very well. Other video-focused companies in the top 10 include Netflix at number 2, Roblox at number 6, and Disney at number 9, as well as video game giant Nintendo at number 4. It's not particularly surprising that brands with a heavy emphasis on video streaming rank so highly among a generation more connected to online content than ever before. But YouTube is notably different from other content brands in the top 20 thanks to its user-driven content model. Given that YouTuber started occupying the dream job list of children above astronaut about 5 years ago, the brand's dominance at the top of the list is likely due to both its entertainment value and its accessibility. One major surprise on the list though, the precipitous fall of social media platforms. Social media companies tumbled in the coolest brand competition. According to Beano Brain, social media companies plummeted between the previous study and this one. TikTok fell 7 places to number 28, WhatsApp fell 8 places to number 38, Snapchat fell 3 places to number 40, and Instagram tumbled 11 places to number 66. On the one hand, you're probably thinking to yourself, wait, are kids aged 7 to 14 even allowed to be on these apps? And it's a fair question. Legally, you must be at least 13 years old in the United Kingdom to have an account on any of the listed platforms, YouTube included. But we know with certainty many users are younger than that threshold, including an estimated 2.8 million Snapchat users between the ages of 0 and 12 in the United States alone. However, even if somebody doesn't technically have an account on these platforms, there are plenty of ways to still watch the content, including using somebody else's account, or in some cases, not even needing to create an account in the first place. So while it may leave a bit of a sour taste in your mouth to consider, children aged 7 to 14 certainly have enough exposure to these apps to decide whether or not they are cool to them and their friends. With Beano Brain's study now entering its 3rd year in a row, the collective fall of social media apps could signal a future decline in their immediate cultural relevance. Or it could simply show how diverse entertainment options are, even for the youngest consumers. Other notable trends in the cool brand study. Perhaps not surprising, food brands, largely junk food if we're honest, also factor heavily in the top spots on the list. In fact, half of the top 20 features food brands like McDonald's at number 3, Oreo at number 7, Coca-Cola at number 14, KFC at number 15, and M&M's at number 20. Cadbury also makes the list at number 19, a brand that almost certainly wouldn't appear on the list if the children in question were inside the US. While the list is loaded with American brands that have made a global impact in the Western world, there are a few British-specific brands on the list. Those include Greggs at 31 and the BBC at 63. Harry Potter, as its own brand, slipped down 5 spots to number 37, though it's still impressive for a brand whose primary works concluded 17 years ago to have such a prominent place among Gen Alpha. There were also a few new entrants on the list, including game brands Uno and Subway Surfers, as well as Samsung, Pandora, and Taco Bell, among others. Meanwhile, brands like Jolly Rancher, Oculus, and Hot Wheels all fell out of the top 100. So here's why this perception does and doesn't matter for content creators. Beano Brain's study is, above all, interesting. There are some genuine surprises on the list, as well as some, well, obviously, brands too. But does it really matter that much to content creators? Yes and no. On the one hand, the things we like as kids usually stick with us. While we might outgrow certain elements of brand, most people truly do form lifelong attachments to certain brands, characters, and entertainers when they're young. So while most individual content creators are not a ubiquitous enough brand to impact this list themselves, many are still in strong positions to collaborate with these brands and form strong positive associations with potential fans in the future. In some cases, it's as simple as increasing your presence on YouTube, where we know younger fans flock. In others, it might help inform strategy when it comes to pursuing potential partnerships with companies. Basically, the business version of being seen with the popular kids, if you happen to jive with them. Remember, being genuine in your partnerships is more important than just working with whoever will pay you. On the other hand, we see time and again creators develop really powerful and successful brands by drilling down on the specific niche they love and care about. If you're a creator who focuses on reclaimed wood projects, what people aged 7 to 14 think is cool probably isn't really on your radar. It doesn't mean you still can't come up with some creative ways to make it matter, but you certainly aren't missing out on anything by super serving your existing audience and worrying less about what the kids think is the coolest brand nowadays. Our advice best comes down to this: be aware, be curious, and be interested in what others are interested in. But above all, follow your passion and focus on what you like doing and where it intersects with what your audience likes to get from you.